Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk with yours truly, Stero and Big Chief. Today we're going to talk about, riding the waves of change. Can Kamala Harris, you know, does she have what it takes to go up against the Republican candidate and, really prove that she's, about that life?
like, does she have what it takes to go up against the Trump and MAGA machinery?
I
Um,
mean, what say you, sir?
it's a little bit soon right now. A lot of individuals are jumping on her wagon. She's the same old, same old. She is the vice president, as we know, but she give a fresh take in terms of now she is going to be running the show because she's vying for the candidacy. There's a lot of women that's rallying behind her. A lot of key supporters and donors, what have you. They're rallying behind her. As a matter of fact, she within like 24 hours, she was able to raise up to like $51 million.
Yeah, that's very,
Campaign
very
funds.
interesting. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow, in that short space of time to be able to accrue that
yeah,
much pecuniary compensation, it's
yeah.
like, wow, you know. I
And
mean, go
I
ahead. I'm sorry.
also, I also see that on Facebook and a lot of social media sites. There's a lot of advertising going around for you to donate to her campaign, and also as well as Joe Biden's Facebook page. It has where you're able to log on and also donate, starting with like $10 and up. So she's getting a lot of in terms of small supporters to donate to her campaign, as well as a lot of bigwigs and even Hollywood stars.
I mean, the movement definitely has some motion.
Yeah.
I'll say that, and
Hmm.
from observing what little bit of you know intel I've seen online
Yeah.
and in just my daily comings and goings,
Hmm.
there seem to be an equal number of individuals who are for her as well as against her, both male and female, for various reasons.
Yeah.
You know, some are saying if she's qualified, if she has the experience, but as a counteraction to that argument, they were
Hmm.
saying when Trump first ran, was he
Hmm.
qualified or
No,
experienced?
and that's the reason why they voted for him, because he proclaimed that he is an outsider. He's going to rattle the cages of the establishment um, and the entrenched, and that's who they voted for. And they got an outsider in terms of a person that lacked political uh, uh, wherewithal, and they voted for him. So, with that being said, you know, is she capable? Yes. She was the first black state attorney general for the state of California. She she worked her way up within the political machinery, and she was a district attorney as well, a prosecutor. Some will say, well, she used Joe Biden's war and crime or what have you to build up her political career by putting a lot of people of color behind bars using the same system.
That's been
And
a major issue for a lot of people in
yeah,
terms of not standing with her,
hmm,
as far as, a lot of black males have a position where they're not really, you know, um, going to back her
yeah,
because of that particular attribute.
yeah,
But, it just depends on your personal politics and how you feel.
yeah,
At the end of the day, I feel like she'll definitely give him a run for his money. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I would like to see the first debate because
Yeah.
I feel like as poised as she is and as well spoken and as
Mm-hmm.
articulate, she'll wipe the floor with him.
Yeah. And I see it. She's a very good public speaker,
Excellent public speaker,
excellent public speaker,
you know?
and she's very witty, right? And she's very light on her toes. And trust me, she will box. She's gonna go like 12 rounds with him if he's
Oh,
able to
she
to,
gonna
to,
stand
to
10
stand up.
toes down and go toe to toe with that guy. So
Yeah,
he had better come with his A+ game because
yeah,
it's not gonna be like when he was debating, you know, Biden.
yeah,
It's gonna be the antithesis of that,
yeah.
you
And
know.
she's gonna call him out because if he start talking stuff that is fake news or is lies or what have you, she's gonna call him out on it. She's gonna check him on it.
You know, Mr. Alternative Facts is
Yeah.
gonna come with, a bunch of, you know, tomfoolery
Mm-hmm.
as he usually does, and he'll have his hierophants there cheering for him and clapping and supporting him as usual. I
Yeah.
mean, hey, it's politics, man,
Yeah.
But
So so far, they're saying that Trump is holding like a 3% lead over her. I believe MSNBC was saying it was 46% in comparison to 43% for her. And she's doing way better than President Joe Biden when they last took the poll.
I mean, I think it's a bit early to tell, you
Hmm.
know. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not even been a week yet
Yes.
and she's been, you know, pushed to the forefront. So
Yeah.
let her get some motion, let her get some steam under her, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Hmm.
the ebb and flow of the whole movement is
Yes.
liable to shift. You know,
Yes.
there's
Hmm.
no telling where we could be because when's the election? We're in
In
July now,
November. Yeah.
August,
So
October, November. So
yeah,
4 months.
4 months. Yeah.
So a lot can happen in 4 months.
Yeah.
You know,
And then the Democratic National Convention, it's in August. So with that being said, it will give enough from now to the convention a momentum for her to go around the nation, the battleground states such as Wisconsin, Ohio, and Michigan, and states like that, to basically market herself to the citizens. Show that she is in fact the real deal, and she's just taken over in terms of a segue from Biden, and still carry on uh, his policies along with her policies that she might have, um, that she would like to carry out.
I,
So
I saw an interesting snippet that's
mhm.
been floating around social media. Um, Gerald Ford
Yeah.
from 1989 was asked by a youngster.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Yeah,
about the first president,
yeah, about the first female president.
the first female president, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he kind of put it into the context of, you know, it would take a president and the female to be vice president, and
Yes.
for her to take over, the president would
Hmm.
have to pass away or
Yes.
meet an untimely demise, and then
Yes.
she could be, pushed to the forefront. But in this particular case, we know Mr. Biden has
Ye-
bowed out gracefully. I mean, and to be fair,
Yes.
you know, his health is not really where it should be for him
Yeah.
to be able to maintain that office.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And that
Hmm.
was visible to everyone during the debates, during different, you know, situations that he's been in public and just, been not at his best.
Yeah, and the thing here is that, like you said, everyone could see, even a blind man could see that, right? Um, he was just deteriorating. Like the Biden that we know going back what, 4 years ago.
Hmm.
It's a totally different Biden now. It's like he's somewhat incoherent. He called individuals by the wrong name and wrong events, and when he's walking, he's like trembling a little bit. He doesn't have the vim, vigor, and vitality. He's going up the steps, and he's almost tripping over himself. It appears that he needs assistance going into the vehicle. So he's not the same individual that we basically saw before in the past. He's running to the podium, running on the stage, like running to the podium and speaking. He slowed down exponentially. So he did the good thing of bowing out. And in terms of him bowing out, he wouldn't have gotten better anyway because he's getting older, right?
Right.
And we see
Right.
his cognitive how you say
Skill
it,
set.
yeah, it's declining. So he wouldn't have gotten better anyway. So it was a good thing for him to bow out and give her the chance to run and let a younger generation be the caretaker of America.
Let me ask you this:
Yes.
do you think America is ready for a female black president?
Well, they say that is America in the past, right? Is America ready for a female black vice president? And that was a big question sign. She is the vice president, a female black vice president for the past 4 years. Has she done a good job? Yes. Has America come to an end? No. So why not a female black president? I think that if she auditioned for the job of being vice president, right, and you know, from what I've seen, she have done a lot of this the border issue because from what they're saying is she was in charge of the border, and a lot of migrants or undocumented people came through the border under her watch or what have
Yeah, a
you.
lot of people are saying that she
Not sure
failed
if
dismally when it
that
came
will
to the border
also
situation.
yeah, on that. Yeah. So I'm not sure based on that, I'm not sure if that will like be a big hindrance in terms of individuals not wanting to vote for her because she was so-called in charge of the border. And you see what happened over millions and millions of individuals were able to come through the border. So we will see. But I think that, America is ready. America has changed.
Okay.
The, the America that we
Okay.
know is no longer the America and my grandparents and my mother's days. There's new generation, new way of thinking. There's individuals that still want to carry on the old ways, and they're going to be dinosaurs in America soon.
I mean, if your boy has his way, man, he has a lot of support, man.
Yeah.
And given the events that just took place with the how do you say attempted assassination,
Yes.
I think that may have bolstered his support base.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and
so so. But what about the individuals that were on the sideline? The silent majority, as they say. You know, will the attempted assassination of Trump will bring those individuals on the sideline, the silent majority, over to his camp, or will they say, you know what, Kamala is a fresh new face in terms of running for president, and we're going to take a chance for her. She is talking certain things such as abortion rights, and the woman um, should have a right to choose whether or not she want to keep the baby or not, and the government should take their hands off their womb. You know, um, and things such as that. So we will see.
I mean, I think what she has in her favor is that a lot of people were just not interested in participating based
Hmm.
on the fact that it was Trump and Biden,
Yeah.
and they didn't feel allegiance to either person.
Hmm.
These are the individuals on the sidelines I'm talking about right now.
Yes.
Now, with Kamala as a fresh face and, a young individual who has the potential to usher in change, I feel that that in and of itself is a reason to bring those folks off the sidelines to the
Hmm.
forefront and say,
Yeah.
hey, we have a election going on, a
Yeah.
serious election.
Yes.
And there's the possibility that this individual may, if people get out to vote, will shift the tide as
Yeah.
far as, what everyone thinks is to be the, how do I say this? The end result,
Yeah.
you know?
I see that from just watching in the news per se. She is like I say, like stirring up and galvanizing the younger voters, because a lot of younger voters now are interested in the election now. They weren't interested in before because they were saying that it's two old men that was vying for this position. But with Kamala, it appears a lot of young folks now they're interested and they will be casting their votes. So we will see. I see that also Trump said that he should get back his money.
Get back what?
His money, because he spent all his money on campaigning against
Yeah,
Joe Biden.
I saw something about that. I was like, this guy, man, you know, you can't make this
He
stuff
want
up.
a refund, yo. Trump
I
wants a
mean, do you think he
refund.
should be entitled to that?
Hell no.
I
Trump said he
mean,
wants a
obviously he feels that he should be entitled to it. So hey, I mean,
Trump. Trump said he needs a refund, yo. It's like so. Now and it's so funny because they had in terms of this campaign, they put all their chips on running against Biden,
yeah,
and now Kamala, she's running against him now, and they're trying to pivot to see like what position should we take in
yeah.
terms
What's
of
the next move?
what's
Because
the next
they
move. Yeah,
weren't expecting that.
exactly. So one of their major go-to, um, I say in terms of offense, is to talk about the border and the disaster at the border, and also his withdrawal from Afghanistan. We also saw that in which um, they were saying that like the soldiers that were killed during the withdrawal in Afghanistan, Biden has yet to reach out to the families and so forth. So I think they're going to go after Kamala with that as well, saying that she was under Biden's administration and under she was under the watch, and both of them they dropped the ball on that, the border and in Afghanistan. So we'll see. We'll see what else, and also some Republicans are saying that she is a diversity hire. You know, they're pumping that as well.
I mean, I saw Candace Owens
Hmm.
making some very interesting remarks and statements about how Kamala rose to the top. I was like, wow, okay, you
So
know,
it's what she rose to the top as a diversity hire, or or she just
more,
by her
more
skills.
licentious means,
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
put it politely,
Hmm.
But I
Oh,
was like, wow, okay.
I've
So
heard that too.
I mean, hey,
From California. I heard that she, was aligned with some mayor and what have you, and political bigwigs in California, and she so-called was involved romantically with
and
the
that's another
individual.
polite way to put it. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, I
and
think
based on
there are
that,
going to
she
be
was.
people that
Yeah,
are going to come and slander
yeah,
and defame and
hmm
put libelous statements out.
yeah,
And it's not like Candace Owens is you know favorable towards the Democrats anyway. So
correct. Yeah,
I wouldn't expect nothing less from her. But
yeah,
nevertheless,
hmm
but it will be interesting to see. We'll definitely stay tuned. We'll keep you guys tuned.
no
So
doubt.
keep it locked to Chief and Stero. And as further updates unfold, we'll keep you posted.
Yeah, so
Until next time, peace.
like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to subscribe to our social media platform, socialmobile, SOCIALMOBIE.com. Peace out.
Bless.